What's up, everybody? I think it's just a fender bender. I'm not sure, but I don't know that it takes them blocking the driveway here. But we are in Richardson, Texas tonight. What's up, extra good citizen, Catman, J-Lo, Star, M-Star, Jimmy Reed, Sarah Perez, Fitzcam, That Guy, Scott, Jukesy, Chat News Now, Chris Moya, Emma, none of yours. What's up? Hey, pig with the mask. So you see these sovereign citizens blocking the driveway here? I don't think there's a need or an emergency to block the driveway. Granted, too much traffic's not going to be coming in and out of here, but still. You know, just as another example of how these guys don't care. How these guys don't care. Thought they were searching that vehicle, but now that I'm closer, I'm thinking it's I'm thinking it was just a fender bender. We'll see where this other guy came out here to the alleyway, or if he left. Yeah, it could be an extortion. Could be an extortion. Sorry guys, just rolling up my tripod here. At least it wasn't a Blue Line Gang kidnapping, yeah. I've been out here driving around for a while. I was driving home, but then decided not to fight traffic. Decided that I didn't want to fight traffic. Hey, Pug, are you gonna do that video? get you in the hello, Miss Word, Mrs. Word. Let me turn off this other camera. What's up, Lacey R? Chris Marcus, Peanut 411. I hardly get to see my neighbor, but some days I see him and other days not so much. Says Emma, none of yours. Tugface says, David, oh yeah, and it's going to be planned. That's going to be a funny video to watch, man. Easy to see audits. Hello. What's up, Poor Dirt Farmer? Welcome to the chat. All right, guys, I guess it's off to the next one. Somebody's following me for a second. So, how's everybody doing tonight? The work week is almost over for those of us working Monday through Friday. Hopefully everybody's got accomplished what they needed to so far this week. Easy to Audit says, I'm just eating dinner. What are you eating? Hopefully something healthy and something tasty. Red Robin and a salad. When our kids were young and we lived in Vegas, we used to go to Red Robin about once a month. Because I think that's the place where they give you free French fries and all the refills you want with your bill. So that would be one of the places we go. My kids, especially my boys, they could put down some food. They could definitely put down some food. Actually, let me turn off my other phone. So I'm gonna drain my battery. We have Red Robin. It's at the mall, and on the side where Pier 1's used to be. M-Star says pug face making fish, and then didn't invite me to the pug butt. I got a funny story for you guys if you want to hear one. You know how sometimes you just get put in your place? Like society puts you in your place, right? Kind of like, I wouldn't necessarily like say at high school where you just fall into your own little group or your little niche. But like in a sense where society puts you in your place. And let me explain why. Last week, or maybe it was the week before, nobody wanted to cook dinner one night, and so we were like, oh well, what are we gonna go do? And we're like, oh well, let's go get some steak. I wanted some steak. I haven't had steak for a while, so I was like, let's go get some steak. So we go into Rockwall. And there's probably a dozen or so steak houses in the area. The one that we really liked ended up closing. COVID and the government ended up shutting them down. So COVID and the government shut the one down that we love to eat at. So we went to go to this other one, Texas Roadhouse, and that place had an hour wait. And we were already hungry, so we're like, no, forget that. We went and hit up two other places, and they had like a 45-minute wait and 35-minute wait or whatever. So we're like, forget that. So I found this one. The girls found this one down by the pier, by the lake. And they're like, oh, let's go to this one. And I was like, all right. And I already knew it was going to be kind of pricey because it's going to be at the lake. And we walk in there. We walk in there, and they hand us a menu. And there's only gonna be like a 10-minute wait. We walk in there and they hand us a menu, and we ended up walking right back out because it was like $70 a steak or something, and there's like 3 of us eating. So it would have been like a $300 ticket probably or more for us to eat. And so we did the walk of shame. We're like, we just put down the menu on. They had I should have known, like they had these real expensive leather couches and seats for you to sit on while you were waiting. And I don't know, I can't see spending $300 on one meal just on a Friday night. It's a lot of money just to drop on one meal. So it was kind of funny. We were laughing on the way out. We passed by a few people walking in, and we passed by a few people when we were walking out, and we were definitely out of place. But I was like, see, honey, that's why we stick to Applebee's and Texas Roadhouse and Chili's and some of these other places. How dare you try to get out of your box? I just thought it was funny. I was like, you had to have known it's expensive. I mean, look where we're at. Look what part of town we're in. And we're by the harbor. So, I mean, that should have... Anytime you're going to go to somewhere by a lake and eat dinner, you know it's going to be expensive, man. It's like trying to go to a steakhouse on the Strip. You're going to go down to Las Vegas Strip and go to the steakhouse. You know you're going to pay $100 a meal. So I forgot what we did. I think we ended up going back to Applebee's and just waiting an hour. think we put our name on the thing and then went to Target for half an hour and then went back. But it almost reminds me of one of those things where you go somewhere and you try to order something different. Like, let's just say you want to be different. And you're like, oh, let me order the fish, or let me order meatballs and spaghetti, or so, I don't know, whatever, you know, whatever. And then you end up not liking it. Applebee's, yuck, fake rubber chicken. Yeah, I don't, when I go to Applebee's, I usually order fajitas. Everywhere I go, I usually just order fajitas. And if it's a Mexican place, I order fajitas, chimichangas. Applebee's, I order fajitas. What's up, Big Tim? Sorry guys, I'm driving, so I can't pay too close attention to the chat. What's up, 007? $300 for dinner. It better have a happy ending. Yeah, that's a different scenario. What's up, Pepper Brooks? Hi Pockets, welcome to the chat. We even IHOP across the way from the mall. That's one thing I tried out to do, spend money on breakfast, just because it's so cheap to make yourself. Like eggs, and toasts, and bacon. That's just something you can do by yourself. Hey, what's up, Clash with Bow? Just cop watching in Richardson and Plano, Texas tonight. Decided I didn't want to fight traffic on the way home, so just going round and round in circles on these streets. I was watching Bow's live stream earlier when I was driving. I get Freeman's. Him and I was bouncing between him and Freeman, but it's kind of funny. Bow was giving it to this lady cop. Her partner was like, "Is all of that necessary?" And James was like, "Yes, it is necessary. She earned it." What's up, Stephanie London? It almost got up to 80 degrees. It's almost Thanksgiving. And I think our high today was like 76 or 77. It's your birthday, Tim. Happy birthday, Tim. Well, what shall I do? Jack Capasso, what would they do if they weren't pigs? That was funny. What would you do if you weren't a pig? They didn't care for that question, did they? and they make tons of money off of this. Most of these law enforcement officers, they make tons of money off of this. And you'd think they'd at least be appreciative and thank us for all the money that we so generously give them. And in fact, it's quite the opposite. You know, teachers probably should get paid more, and sometimes complain about their wages, but at least most teachers are appreciative. Same with firemen, but a lot of other public entities don't have that attitude. In fact, it's quite the opposite. 007, give them money. We're forced under threat and duress. Yep. What's up, Autotron? Welcome to the chat. When am I coming to LA? I don't know, man. I've been wanting to come out to San Diego and LA. We used to go to the beach a couple of times a year. I miss going to the beach, like an actual beach that you want to go swim at. We used to either go to Florida or California a couple times a year. And it's been almost 2 years since I've done either. So hopefully soon. David Flankenborn. Don't flank me. Imagine how paranoid these cops are. Like, if somebody wanted to flank them and hurt them, they would never see it coming. You know, if I wanted to hurt them. But I'm not there to hurt them. I'm just there to film them. Especially cops that have already seen me film them. You know what I mean? Like, that I've interacted with. Dumbasses. Piggy flanking. Oh my gosh. He's flanking him. Go get him. He can't flank. Hello, Grams Beth, Judo Johnny. If anybody wants to donate to my Cash App to help me get kitty litter or food, that would be great. Emma, none of yours. Lucas. Yeah, so there's a rapper that got killed on in Dallas yesterday on the freeway. Someone shot and killed him, and killed his kid too. Like these thugs, man, they have no value for life. A lot of them. They shot him and murdered him. Yeah, so very, very tragic. I think he was like young kid too. I think he's like. Actually, I don't remember. I shouldn't even say a number. But he was young, like 12 or 7 or something. Didn't even have a chance to really live life yet. What's up, QT? QT says I'm going to hell for that one. For what? I'll have to read later again. What's up, Lion One? Welcome to the channel. Very much luck, am I? Chat news now. Line 1 says, David Bourne, you make any new furniture from wood? It was a bookshelf a couple months ago. I did actually. I made an art piece for my for the attorney that worked on my Dallas case. It's actually pretty cool. I made it out of metal and wood, and it had some metal letters in the middle that said SMU, and then I whitewashed the frame. It was like, the frame was dark with a little bit of whitewash. The middle of 6 inches of it was 11 gauge metal, and then above and below that was some reclaimed wood. And then in the middle of the 11 gauge metal, it was black that I just left raw. I had the letters Southern Methodist University, SMU, because that's the law school that he attended. So. Yeah, gotta be smart and quick on our feet, because these guys will try to hem us up just for filming them. Just for filming them. Las Vegas Metro now, I read they want to charge $250 an hour for dash cam and body cam footage in Clark County in Las Vegas. government employees that are getting paid by us, by the private citizen, or the private sector of the country, are now extorting us to get our own information, right? We paid for the body cams, we paid for the dash cams, we paid for the police uniform, we paid for the police car, everything they have that they use at work and in the office, all the computers they use, all that was bought for on our dime. Like, hey, I paid for that, you paid for that. Everybody who pays taxes, and you can't pay taxes if your salary comes from the government. So even though you say, oh, well, I work and I pay taxes, well, you don't pay taxes because all the money you get came from taxes. So that don't even make sense. But they want to try to bill us $250 an hour to get our own footage that we've already bought and paid for. And they're doing that in an attempt to make it harder, for instance, for poor people who may have a case that they can fight, to try to make it that much more difficult for them to get the evidence that they need to beat the charges or the false arrest or false ticket that they might have gotten. Yep, so you'll see Las Vegas started the trend. I mean, it might be in other departments, but that's what Las Vegas is doing. And I'm sure we're going to see that across the board shortly in other cities. Double 007 is klepto. 007, you're a klepto? Oh my goodness. Remind me to lock my doors on my truck when I leave. YouTube watcher says David Bourne, right. You can't take $100. I'll have to read it when I stop. And I'm not against all government employees. I mean, there's a lot of essential business that needs to be done by the government. Like, I'm all for our water treatment facilities. I'm all for our water plants, our water companies. I'm all for the power company. I'm not down for a monopoly, but you know, I'm all down for, you know, public health and services. And you know, there's just certain, just like anything, man, it could be used for good or for evil. So, like, we definitely need a sheriff's department, and I don't think our police department needs to just be hundreds or thousands of police officers out here trying to cite and arrest everybody for trivial things, like not using a blinker. You know, why not train some of these officers to be, you know, mental health crisis responders, you know, rather than, because that seems to be the biggest trend right now, right? A mental health crisis. More than likely, if you get called, if someone calls and police come out during a mental health crisis, more than likely they're going to end up getting shot or get murdered. So why not train a certain percentage of your police force on how to handle mental health crises? That way, when whoever's in that mental health crisis mental state, when they don't follow the silly commands that these police officers give them, murder isn't the only response. You know, I feel bad for these families, man, that call. And I've even seen families that call and just say, no, we just need medics to show up and help us, or, you know, we need EMTs or whatever. And the police come out, and that individual ends up getting shot and carried away in a body bag. rather than to a hospital or to a mental health facility. Just don't make no sense. Too many people are getting murdered, man, for trivial things that shouldn't be getting murdered for. Man, I made it to this side of town, and I've been wanting to come back on this side of town for a few months now, for months, while this machine shop is open during business hours. They sell these tips for my impact gun that are really high, good quality metal. I'm not sure if it's titanium or what. I forgot what he told me it's made out of. Whatever it's made out of, this metal, these metal tips and bits are phenomenal. They're not like your average cheap bit that you buy at the home goods store. I mean, these things are high quality. I mean, like, I don't know, they're like $1, maybe $2 a piece. So they're a little pricey. But man, I finally made it on this side of town almost during business hours, and I got there like 5:10, so I missed it. Was not able to get my bits tips. I'll have to make it back on this side of town later, some other time. Oh man. Judo Johnny says, how come I don't anybody in this room with the mask on? How come I don't see anybody? If you're going to read their policies, MS90 says, almost gave myself a panic attack. For what? Line 1 says, agreed, David Bourne. Most community mental health places in big cities have emergency service caseworkers and social workers to assist. Yeah, I don't understand, because we've all seen this trend lately where it's comply or die with your local police department. You know, even if you're being illegally detained, you're now in today's day and age, you are in a comply or die state. This is no longer America, home of the free. You are only as free as that police officer allows you. You are only free as long as you have a good attorney and money. You're only free. You're only as free as that judge allows you to be free. So we are not a free people no more. That time is long gone past us. We are long gone past having our freedoms. Our only freedom exists. The extent of our freedom only extends as far as that police officer is willing to allow it to extend. And that's it, no more. Now you can choose to fight it, but I'm not willing to fight it right now, because I won't back down. So I'm not at the point where I'm going to meet their force with force. And they always say, well, their argument's always, well, if I'm wrong, I shouldn't even be in handcuffs. If I'm wrong, but if you're wrong, I shouldn't even be in handcuffs. If you're wrong, my rights should not be violated at all, period. YouTube watcher says, I don't recognize the judicial system as an entity that has power over me in any way, nor the goons that they send to enforce their will. It's a good attitude to have. 007 says, we're not even a party to the contract constitution, so how are you obligated to obey it or any promulgations that emanate from its alleged authority? Oh yeah, slavery. Really? Welcome to the chat, Jack. Out past your curfew, David. Must be a birthday exemption. You know, I always see them when I'm busy. When I have appointments all day or got to meet somebody or have somewhere to go, they're out in force, man. Nights when I can take my time driving home or don't want to fight rush hour traffic, they're scarce. But I guess can't win them all. Still kind of early though. It's only 8 o'clock. Yeah, my birthday's this month. I usually don't celebrate it. My birthday consists of maybe going and buying some steaks from Costco. Either some ribeye or New York steaks. Some potatoes and cream corn. I hear you 007, but that's not quite slavery. M-Star if I'm lucky. Actually, I disagree with that only because it is clearly defined. Need like a economic friendly vehicle to cop watch in. I need like a I used to have a hybrid Honda Civic. I did some work with the buddy and he ended up paying me for the job with a car, but it was a hybrid. And this little Honda Civic, man, I would get close to 49 miles a gallon sometimes on that sucker. My average was about 43, 45. But if I only did 65 miles an hour on the freeway and stayed in the right lane and coast a lot, I would get close to 50 miles a gallon on that sucker. That car was phenomenal, man. Nothing can compare to that little Honda Civic. That little Honda Civic, I love that thing, man. Because I used to live an hour out of town. So when days that I didn't need my truck, I would just drive the Civic. And I'm sure in places like California, you get tax credits for driving a hybrid. Nevada didn't have those kind of tax credits. They might now, but back when I was there, they didn't. But living here in Dallas, I try not to push it. Like, I don't accelerate real fast. And I try not to brake real fast. Because most of the roads out here suck. And most of them are concrete. And concrete is, like, terrible for your tires. I mean, there's no give. You know, like asphalt. Asphalt is a lot easier, more gentle with your tires. Oh, great video from the Bellagio. Yeah. Dude, these glasses are, what do you call it? They have that special lens. So I can actually see the chat a lot easier wearing these suckers. Maybe not so much for the cherries and berries. Yeah, but I can see the chat a lot better. I wonder if I caught them on shift change. Because, you know, like before, it's like when shift changes, they don't do jack diddly for the last hour of their shift, or we get first hour of their shift. They go and hide. They go and hide, and they don't really do anything. So there's like 2 hours every day from each officer where they really don't do anything. That's at the shift change, the beginning and end of their shift. So there's an hour to 2 hours a day from each officer that they don't do anything, which, quite honestly, I'm fine with that, because that's just more time that they'd be out here terrorizing citizens. But us in the private industry, we don't get that luxury. Alright guys, I just saw that the Real News Network went live. Y'all go check out Taya Graham. Show her some love. I'm gonna kill this live stream and make a phone call and charge my phone and get some gas. Maybe find somewhere to eat, because I'm starting to get a little hungry. Ooh, Dicky barbecue, maybe. Am I in the mood for barbecue? We'll see. So y'all go check out the Real News Network. They just went live, and I'll go live again when I see something. Thanks for coming in, y'all. Take care. You have a good night. I appreciate it.